Sup guys, Snakeyes66613 here. I'm going to be doing a video today on why New Caledonian Crested geckos are a great starter animal, how to look after them. I'll do another help care sheet thing, and I'll show you some handling stuff and get you some background information. Hey guys, let's get this started. This is Magnus, you've seen him before. It's an awesome little Crested gecko. He's a bit energetic today, so he might be bouncing around. I might have to get him a few times. But these guys are great starter lizards. This is what this video is about. My main belief is always to get one of these as a starter lizard because they're a bit harder to care for than the leopard gecko. And if you're wanting to move into more expert species, you're going to want to just get to know more responsibilities. I mean, these guys need a higher hydrometry, they need a taller tank, and they're harder to find. So, I mean, it's a good little way to get used to doing it. And they jump quite a bit, which I should mention. They're very bouncy, and they're very interested in inquisitive animals, and they're awesome to watch. And half the time they do spend the day lazing about, but, I mean, when they do move about, it's definitely worth a watch. I mean, as you guys know, I've had a lot of animals like frogs, spiders, and lizards, but he is one of the best ones I've had. They get not too big. I mean, they wander about, and if you lose them, like in your room, they're just going to be on the wall or something, and they'll always come back. But I would say definitely start with one of these guys. They're pretty awesome little lizards. But this guy here is a very special one to me. I mean, he's been featured in magazines because he's such a awesome specimen. He was featured in Practical Reptile Keeping only a few months ago. Picture of him looking out of his cage with a smile on his face. I have to mention that as well. They're always smiling at you when you look at them straight on. They're always giving you a little smile. A lot of people ask me when I'm featuring these guys on some of the other things I do, is how are they so sticky? How can they climb? Well, it's going to be a bit complicated for me to explain, but under each foot they have over 2 million hairs. And these little hairs each have a slight electrical attraction. And this electrical attraction pulls positive and negative charge together. If you're a scientist, you know what that means. Well, basically, it just kind of means they're sort of slightly, not magnetic, but they're attracted to surfaces that aren't like themselves. And so they can just stick to vertical walls. I mean, they can stick, they can climb, and they're brilliant at it. They're semi-arboreal, so they will spend most of their time up in the trees and things, but apart from that, they're pretty much a normal lizard. I mean, they've got no eyeballs, and it's really funny to see them. No eyeballs. They've got no eyelids, sorry. And it's really funny to see them licking their eyes to give them moisture and clean them. They are a bit more of a annoying gecko when they want to have a run around and they're not really interested in what you're doing, but they're a very good, because they'll stop, they'll look. They're a very good species because they love to see what's going on, and they're very easy to sort of accommodate for. I mean, granted, I would recommend things like the Exoterra Congo kit, or I think they do a forest kit. Exoterra is one of my favourite vivs for these guys because it's such a perfect viv. Like I said, they take hydrometry, so you're going to need a mister, and you're going to need to mist it twice or 3 times a day. I have a Reptifogger from ZooMed. I've been told I'm allowed to mention them. I actually say that things like that work better than misting them every day because it just gives it that slightly higher hydrometry. Some people put waterfalls in. I'm going to be installing a waterfall to his viv like quite soon. And apart from like the height and the more expensive vivarium, they live quite easy animals. And I'm a strong believer, if you pay more for your animal, they're probably going to last longer. Animals that I haven't paid a lot for don't last very long, and animals that I do pay a lot for, like him, last quite a long time. These guys are really attractive animals to have. They're really good to look at, and they're just perfect little specimens. But as I say, they're a little bit more. Oh God, he jumped farther. Sorry, they're a little bit more hard to look after. But I'm going to be referencing things. If you are interested in getting crested geckos, I first wanted a crested gecko from seeing one of that Fish Tank Man 93's vids. I think it's 93. He got his first female crested gecko. I think it was his first. That was the thing that convinced me to buy one of these guys because I was mainly into tarantulas and snakes at that time. I saw it, I fell in love with them, and I researched. I got this book. I'd recommend it to a lot of people. It's Advanced Reptile, the expert at Advanced Vivarium Systems. This is by Philip D. Bosley, I think his name is, from the Herpetological Library. I'd recommend books like that because it just tells you everything you need to know about breeding. And I mean, books are always good if your internet's down and you really need help, but I mean, it's not an expensive book. You can pick it up on Amazon for like £2. Apart from that, go to a website called thereptilian.com. I don't know if any people are watching from the US. I think they have that in the US. I'll put a link to it below this video, but that, when I was like quite amateur, helped me so much with everything I was doing. It offers good advice, things that you don't know, things that you should know, and it also offers like good advice for your viv and things. But that they're perfect little animals to have. And as I say, they're quite streamlined. They don't mind getting wet, and they can be slightly sexually dimorphic, which means their colours are slightly different from sex. I mean, this guy is a boy, as you can see from the massive bulge under his. I'm trying to show you, but he doesn't want his bulge to be seen. Don't know if you can. There's just a slight bulge there, but they're quite large if you can see it like up close. So they're quite easy to sex as well. I don't think there's any difference between life in these animals. They both live for quite long. I haven't got the number off the top of my head, but I mean, they're awesome little animals to have and a definite good starter lizard. Like I say, if you're not comfortable with something that jumps around, of course look at leopard geckos and things, but I'd say always start with the lizard as a gecko. I mean, bearded dragons are awesome little creatures, but I mean, there's so much of them bred in that some of them can have like some breeding difficulties, because to strengthen the breed or the morph that they have, like the leatherback mutation, they're inbred, which strengthens the mutation. But these guys are quite smart. New Caledonia, they're from New Caledonia, so they don't need that much heat. So you're not going to waste all your money on like heating. Just all you need is a slight light and just slightly above daytime heat. I think they require like something like 75 to 80% hydrometry, or slightly less than that. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself, as I say. Sorry that. I mean, they're really inquisitive little guys, and I have one right next to my computer, like next to some of my spiders, and I mean, some of the things you can get for them to eat is brilliant. I mean, I have some, I haven't got it to hand, but they do like some of the, I think it's Kimono Advanced Gecko food substitute diet. They quite like that. He likes that, but he likes it kind of molded down. But one of the good things about these guys is you can feed them on baby food, but you got to mix in calcium with the baby food. This is Pro Rep Calci Dust. You got to mix in a little bit of water and a little bit of calcium, and they'll eat that. And I'd always put in like some live food for them to munch on, because they're not vegetarian animals, but they do like just the simple food. Once you've got everything set up and you pass all that expensive stage, they're just really easy to own. I mean, you don't really have to worry about them. And for people who get bored of animals, these are animals that do not get boring. You will open the cage and they'll be smiling out at you, and there is nothing more that you want to do than to pick them up. And they're very, very comfortable animals. They might jump on your face once or twice, which is a really weird experience because you don't realise that they have little claws. And when they go to fall, they'll put those claws in you. But in your hand, your skin's thick enough so you won't feel it. But on your face and your nose, it kind of hurts quite a lot. I went on holiday for 2 weeks, and when I got back, this guy really missed me. Jumped straight onto my face, and it really hurt. But these guys are perfectly tame. They never bite, ever bite, unlike some of the leopard geckos. But be careful where you're holding them, and make sure they don't fall too far. There's not a lot of problems you'll be having health-wise on these guys, and they're perfectly little balanced creatures that just like to sit there and enjoy themselves. As I said, always do your research, like the book from Advanced Vivarium Systems, and always... Oh, God. Is he right there? Always do your research from Advanced Vivarium Systems and things like that, and always look online. Another thing about these guys that I should have told you is when they drop their tail, they don't grow them back. My guy has a full tail and he's almost 2 years old now, so I mean, I'm a very experienced keeper at getting them to keep their tail. A lot of keepers make them fall off, but these animals have a lot of just attraction in the species. They're quite new, but they're increasing in popularity among the herpetology hobby. There's a lot of morphs that these guys can have. You've got things like the Harlequin morph, the half-flame morph. I mean, if I hold that up, you can see all the different... Like, that's just one page in this book, and I mean, as I say, you've got to do your research, but they're an awesome animal to have. I'm going to wrap things up now because the video is 9 minutes long. Yeah, guys, all I want to say is we're thinking down here where I do my work about doing another channel, about a lot more things than just like geckos and things and spiders. We're thinking about doing like rats, dogs and cats and things and calling it Snakeartist Studios. There'll be a lot more people, a lot more videos. If you like it, give me a vote, say me yes in the comments, no in the comments. Thanks, guys. It's been Snake666. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks, guys. Later.